Pokémon! Gotta weird 'em all! It's Weird Pikachu here on My Sketchy Habit. Hello, my name's Patrick, I'm an artist, and this is My Sketchy Habit where we draw every day and we don't have to be ashamed. And this week we're doing weird Pokemon. That's right, we're gonna draw Pokemon in a weird style. It's really just my style, but I like to call it weird because it communicates something about what the end result's gonna look like. And we're starting with the good boy that we all know and love, Pikachu. That's right, we're doing Pikachu. And yeah, I think we're gonna find out this Pikachu might be Pikachu who's let himself go a little bit. I started with this, very pointed sort of nose vibe, which I felt was sort of emblematic of some of the Pikachu poses you get where he's sort of like face up. But we've narrowed him down a little bit and made him a bit more tired. And as a result, gives us a lot of range to make this character a little different than the original Pikachu. This is Pikachu who maybe has done a little bit too much for Ash. Like, Ash never evolved him, and then he spent all his career never winning, and then like finally Ash retired, and this is the Pikachu that's left over. But yeah, so we've got, that very basic Pikachu head vibe, and now it's time for us to get something of a body in here. We're sort of freewheeling our shapes. One of the things about this sort of weird style is that sometimes it benefits from having no clear sense of what the end result's going to be. Just to say, just working on pieces as we go, just to see what comes of the shapes as we make them. And so, yeah, we got these little feeties sticking out the bottom of this Pikachu. I also probably need to get arms at some point, but we got all the time in the world. Thanks for watching, by the way. I'm an artist. I just like having fun. I try my best to be creative and interesting here on YouTube. If you like this, there's tons of videos like it. Make sure to check them out, subscribe and like, and do all those things. I'm also making a video game, which is available to wishlist before it comes out. So check that out, link in the description down below. We're back, we got a body, we got legs, we've widened them out a little bit to make his stance at least a little bit plausible. We also need to get a tail in here, I think. We've just about got everything we need for the basics of a Pikachu. Even if this Pikachu is very sick. We're gonna hear that phrase a lot when it comes to weird Pokemon. You know how they normally are like these spitting image of health and joy? Maybe not anymore. And of course we're gonna get that jagged tail in here. We're just sort of deciding on the kind of shapes we want. Big and little, narrow and thick. We'll get something on here. And once we got it all, we will head over to game time. We'll be back in just a second with the line art. It's game time! It's time for a little game called Guess the Image, Marvel Edition. I drew a Marvel character. Can you guess who it is before time's up? Good luck! And we're back to working on our Pikachu, and yeah, I really like the sketch we got here. It's a great foundation to build off of as we move into our line art. There is something about this weird style that really lends itself to these sort of mismanaged shapes. Not entirely confident in themselves, but also not super smooth. There's an organicness to them, maybe is the word I'm looking for, that really lends to making creatures odd. We're also putting in a lot of these little like hair bits coming off the lines just to give them a little bit more illusion of texture, and it'll make our Pikachu a little bit more hairy, for no other term better than hairy. We've also given this Pikachu an extremely long neck. I don't know if you've noticed that so far in the sketch. It's part of the vibe that we went with here. Really long neck on this interestingly shaped body. Again, I do feel like this is a Pokemon who's been through the ringer, who's lived his whole life and is now maybe a smoker or, just down and out and just waiting for the sweet release of the end of the battles. We're getting some feet out here. Some real overlapping flesh. Oh, and looks like we decided to make the feet a lot longer. I don't know if this is gonna stay. It was an idea, but not one that I think lasts. So instead, we'll go back to sort of small feeties. Nice little points coming out of them. Presumably the feet are still quite large. They're just underneath the girth of this Pikachu. You know, Pikachu girth. We all talk about it. And yeah, we're getting a little bit more texture on here. You know, hair is an interesting choice in a drawing, right? How much detail do you put into it? How much do you add? Sometimes it can be distracting. Sometimes it adds a lot to the character. And in this case, I think just a little bit is enough. I think you see me trying some line things here and I don't quite like them. So we sort of go back and try some different things. In the end, he's just a little bit sad. This poor Pikachu. Look, I love Pokemon as much as the next guy, but apparently this Pikachu is being punished. It's time for the dad joke, bad joke. That's right, my dad, he sends me a joke every single day. I collect them up and give them back to you. And today our joke is as follows. What's the best way to save your dad jokes? What's the best way to save your dad jokes? In a database. In a database. What's the best way to save your dad jokes? In a database. That's pretty bad dad joke, bad joke. Let's get back to the art. And we're back to do some coloring on this character now with our weird style. We sort of have to desaturate a little bit just to make these characters unique and interesting. And yeah, Pikachu doesn't have a lot of color to him, so it's gonna be a fast one here. We're getting in the pinks and the browns and the yellows. We're also gonna color the line art just to give them a little bit softer of a vibe. I also forgot early on that I wanted to give these guys shadows, so we're gonna come back, get some shadows and some highlights using our multiply layer, and yeah, we'll be back with the final reveal in just a minute. It's Weird Pikachu. And that is it for our poor, weird Pikachu. He seems unwell, but he's a beautiful and wonderful creation, and I'm proud that we did it. Let's put him into an image here where we can get all of our Pokemon this week in there. We have so many more Pokemon coming up. We got Charizard, we got Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and even Eevee. That's right, we're hitting all the starters from Generation 1, including the extra starters. And it should be super fun this week. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of them. We also have a art gallery where we love to share your art. All you have to do is join the Discord down below. Join the Doodle Croodle. Show us what you can doodle do. I'm super excited to see what you're working on. And we have some fantastic art from the art gallery. This is from Kells, also known as Kells_art. They're a fantastic Twitch streamer and artist that I know. And these fantastic onions are done in oil painting. Their first attempts of trying oil painting. They usually use gouache, and they turned out really great. They look basically real, and really proud of that. If you have art you want to share, you can drop it in the Discord down below. We love sharing it, and yeah. We also have a month-long sheet of inspirations, words to inspire you to draw, create, to make every single day. This month our theme is Wild West, and over the weekend one of our themes was cowboy boots. I drew these cowboy boots. We also have a new word for today, and it's cow. Cow. Make of it what you will. I cannot wait to see what you're working on. Join the Doodle Croodle. Show us what you can doodle do. That would be fantastic. We've arrived at the end of our video, and all that remains is for me to remind you the one rule of my sketchy habit, which is this: don't tell anyone about our sketchy habit. That's between you and me. All right, friends, thanks for being here. Till next time, keep being awesome. Bye!